So, I haven't filmed up to this point, but we are midway through the painting process of the new Riot Shield. This will be the 5th one I've made, and that's just the shield. And then at least 3 of the shields I've made have had renditions that I just say version 2, version 3. I think one of them I got up to version 7. Basically, I've had mixed reviews of my own opinion on the use of Riot shields in Airsoft, but what the heck, why not try again? And this one's a bit more fancy compared to the others that I've made. For example, that is the back glass on an F-150. So it's not shatterproof. Haven't tested it with BBs or any of my guns for that matter, but that's okay because I have 2 more of those and that's cool. What's holding the shield together, first of all, I should say this main central part is an old pallet. These come in windshield boxes to clamp the windshield to foam, and then those come in those boxes. So the internal layer is pallet, external layer is wood. Then we got the F-150 back glass. It is held together with urethane, which is industrial adhesive that holds your windshields to your car. And you can see all the little spots. It is black. I did just paint, so it's looking brown, obviously, like wet turd, or chocolate. Looks more like chocolate, so that's cool. But yeah, I'm just waiting on this. Probably going to lay down a green spots. I'm kind of torn if I want to go camo or not. So I guess we're going to see because I'm not sure. I mean, it looks good brown, but it's not really great camouflage, but I guess it's not really meant to be. So I'm thinking I'll probably just lay some green spots around and see how it looks, or flex. We'll just see how it goes. If I'm being honest, it kind of just looks like rot, so we're just going to keep going. Going a little heavy. I should be going lighter, but just kind of where we're at right now. I'm going to lay out some more because it does look like it's a lot of green, and I don't really like that. I kind of like the wood look. So I'm just going to kind of cover up where I went green. Plus, I mean, it's about time I use the brown spray paint, you know? Because when else am I going to use it? Cool. So it's been raining all night. Might have gotten on this. I don't know. Let's get this light going. Never mind, my wonderful Walmart light is dead. Anyway, so I got this little part, and it's to a security camera to mount, but it doesn't really have much mobility. But I figured, hey, why the heck not mount it on here and have a camera mount ready to go. And I'll paint it brown and everything. I don't know about placement. I would assume I need to go middle or high because obviously no one wants a ground shot. So I will probably end up doing it about right here. It's got 3 little screws. I'll probably spray paint it brown, put it there, just to have, because you never know. And then there's another thing I'm going to add down there, but first we're going to work on this. Wow, I've been out of the game for a minute. So I did just paint it and not record it. So it's nothing pretty, but it's enough that it'll blend in somewhat better than a little white puck. So, boom, there's that. Well, here we go. I definitely got some paint particles on this glass, probably, but all this can clean up. I like it. We'll let that dry and then we'll try out the camera I have that goes on there, see how it does. I'll probably paint that a little bit more here in a second. So, this is the camera I'm talking about, and I've used this on a gun before. It was my shotgun camera. It was pretty cool. Just mounted right there. This is from like early 2000s. Still works. I planned to shoot it and actually shoot a 5.56 22 long rifle and 9mm at it. Maybe some 45, and my buddy's got a specialty round. And I wanted to shoot at it and see what it could survive and what it'll get. But I guess we'll do it for Airsoft for now. But I also did just get another camera. It's a used one from one of my coworkers. Bought it stupid cheap. It's a GoPro. Mine is a 7. This is mine, the black one. This is the one I bought from him. It's like less of everything, and I honestly don't remember what version. Mine, it's 7 white. I'm special. So yeah, I might have my little brother 3D print me a mount for this guy, because technically I have plenty of mounts for everything, and honestly I could just adhesive it on there, but we got to use what we put, right? So I think the plan for now is I'm going to test this guy out on the Riot Shield, see how it fits, and then we'll go from there. That's not dry, but we're gonna try it out anyway. Oh jeez, look at that thing. That's wild. I'll gotta get like a little piece of, what's the word, plastic window. I'm forgetting the word, unfortunately, right now, just to protect it, but that's funny. That's probably not a horrible angle either. It's just a matter of if it stays there. That's wild. What in the world? That's kind of cool. And it's a ball joint, so I mean, it can, like, if I need to turn it that way, I can do that. That's pretty funny. But yeah, that's actually hilarious. I love that. Definitely just gonna move it and keep it as that. But I also custom made this light for my buddy Tony. I work at a body shop. My buddy Tony, he took off a plate light, had me take out his garbage, or I took it out for him. And then I found this, and he's like, hey, you should use that as a light on your Riot Shield. And I was like, no freaking way. And so this is a super dim license plate illuminator. And so if I install it right, it'll point just straight down so that when it's on, it's very low light at night. This is mainly for overnighters. We would use this probably. But it aims down and it has enough light that you can see the ground, but it's not like beaming out so that everybody can see your position. So it's just running off of a 9-volt. Everything's soldered into place other than to the 9-volt and the switch, so everything as in 2 spots. And it works. It's fully functional. The switch is super heavy. Just probably gonna glue it onto the Riot Shield. I need to figure out better wiring because this is loose and it's not always a stable connection. So I might just solder that down some more, see if that'll help. Might bend these pins, I don't know. But that is the next step, is working on that to then put on the bottom of the Riot Shield, figure out a spot for the battery where it's not gonna rip the wires out and all that. And yeah, cool stuff. Alright, so we finished up the wiring, and I just hot glued it there as a test mount. And I don't know that I like the placement, but that just kind of has to where it has to go, because this cable specifically is too short, and I don't really feel like wiring more, honestly. But here it is. It's at an angle so that it's not just like bashing BBs straight at it. It's kind of slanted, and it wasn't intentional really, but it does help deflect. So yeah, I need to clean this up a bit. I might need to steel wool some paint off of that glass, I'm not sure yet. Here's the camera in better daylight room lighting. It still works. It sat outside for a while. Pretty nice. And then I set up the light so that it can rest, so it's not like hitting anything. Let me pull it up. So the light's set up so that stuff can sit, and there can be like a rock, small rock, and it won't kill it. I will probably end up urethaning this in place so that it's basically cemented there. But we got the light, wiring, battery, switch still works. Well, it will work better when it's not attached with just hot glue, we'll say, but it works. Flip it on, and it's just enough light that you can see your feet, and it's angled back towards you almost, but not quite. It's enough light down that you can see your feet, and that's all we need, because we don't really want to be seen, but we want this to work, you know. I think my next task is going to be grinding that off. I think there's one more on here. Yeah, it's up on the top. I gotta grind this guy off as well. And then re-glue that just temporarily. So we're gonna do that next. What's happening? So I don't have a hot glue gun anymore that has these small sticks, and I'm just too lazy to go get the big one with the sticks. So just kind of, I like to call it hot glue welding. And with metal, it sticks fast, so it's already good to go. Ouch. All I gotta do to actually like turn it on and have it stay is just push right here. Then I can push that switch, and it's a really heavy switch. I might change it out, and then we got the light, and it's a consistent, steady beam. I don't know if the camera's betraying that at all. Hi, buddy. But yeah. Now I will get my Dremel, ground that and that off now. So this is a Chinese Dremel by Avid Power. At least I believe it's Chinese. It came from China, I know that much. Bought it on Amazon. It's nothing special. I would like an on-brand, name brand Dremel, but work with what you got, right? More like work with what you can afford. And I bought this when I was 17 or 18, I believe. So it's been a couple of years that I've had it, and it works for what I need it to most of the time. I do need to wear safety glasses though, because these discs do tend to kind of explode off of there. Alright, oh man, I grabbed the crappy pair. Alright, whatever. Hey, here we go. And yes, I am doing this on carpet. Yes, I might regret it, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And it died. I can hear it slowly powering down because I haven't charged this sucker in a very long time. So I guess we're going to keep making it work. Okay, that sucks. It I guess I'll just start charging that, but I gotta find the power cord for it. There is hope. Ah, yes, this is the one. Okay, perfect. We're chilling. I am going to be that guy that tries it while it's plugged in, but I doubt it will work. Yep, okay. Well, I'm gonna do some other things while I wait for this to charge, because I'd just rather use this than pliers, because that's all I've got. So we will come back. All right, I'm getting a new disc now, because I just snapped that one. If I turn that on, it might even fling. Well, it didn't fling, but it is fully charged. So let's get after it. All right, give her a test. All right. So now I'm gonna keep cutting this now that we're way past due. There we go. I'm aware I shouldn't be doing this on carpet, but whatever. What is it? You seeing yourself in the reflection or something? What is that? Who is it? You're funny, Duke. Anyway. Boom. That looks great. I think I'm going to call it there. Looks great. Got all the most of the sharpness gone on those. I can always just put a little hot glue tab on there, which I'm going to do right now actually. Do a little bit of hot glue welding. Well, that's just a extra precaution. Where's my other screw? Oh, I'm blind. Just because why not? I mean, I have hot glue accessible. I've been using it in the project already. I may as well use it as an extra protectant against these screw heads. There's no one else to be getting shot at by a airsoft gun and then stab themselves on their riot shield. But other than that, I think those 2 points of contact were it. So let's flip this around. Heck yeah. But yeah. We've got Riot Shield number 5, Gen 1. And here's your proof that this was a back glass. You got the Ford logo right there. If you didn't believe it, just from the looks. I know it is a little crooked. I don't care. Does the job. It's not overly wide, and that's something I think I might make in version 2 of Gen 5. or 8, whatever generation I'm on. I don't even know at this point, but I think next step is going to be getting plexiglass for a camera so it doesn't get shattered, the lens, and that's it. And then just test it out and play with it. That's false. I gotta get plexiglass for the camera, and also a better way to carry, because right now you kind of have to just sit your hand under here and hold it up like that, which is nice because it's nice, but it's not ideal. If you want to do two-hand, you can, and you kind of just have to rest it on your chest as you go, and it covers down to about my knees. I'm 5'11", and it covers down from the top of my head to my knees, so this is good. And it's tinted. We got our switch down here. You kind of have to like get down, like raise the shield up, but that light's on now. So, I don't know. I think I might make that for another video. But let's call it here. We did a lot of good stuff. We just need to permanently fix that stuff to the Riot Shield. Add potentially a strap or some other version of a handle on here, as well as put a protector for this. And I'm pretty sure I have one ready to go, honestly, because I have a scope camera. So I just use the extra plate that I have for that and just mount it in front. Now it is yellow. There's no getting around that fact. But I can always just order one on Amazon, a little sheet, and cut one out. So yeah. Good stuff.